Moving on to our next sewer machine, I've got what we call our drill machine, or a drum drill. Some people call it a hand snake. But this guy's good for 1.25 inches, 1.5 up to 2 inches. It doesn't work real well once you start getting into those larger size pegs, because this is a small cable and it can bend and twist on itself. You're only going to go a few feet before it starts looping and wrapping around on yourself, and kind of once it does that and it gets a kink, this cable's not going to be as effective for you anymore, and you're going to have to replace it. Now, with all electrical tools, you're going to want to check your housing. You're going to want to check this drum, check your cord, make sure there's no frays in it, make sure your working area is safe. The next thing is, this is a rotary machine, so if you've got loose clothing or long hair or something, you want to tie that back, get that out of the way. Now with this guy, just some rubber gloves will work, because you're not going to be in contact with that cable, directly in contact. You're not going to have your hands on it. Your hands are going to be on this machine. But I do highly recommend you wear some type of gloves. Just your latex gloves will be fine, because you're messing with sewer stuff. There's going to be some water. You're going to want your safety glasses. Most of the time when you're using a piece of equipment like this, you're going to be in a finished house, or an older house, so there's not much danger for fall for a hard hat. But if you were in like a rough-in environment or still under construction, they are going to want you to wear that hard hat. Now, another thing about this particular machine, they were courteous enough to give you a pretty decently long cord. So a lot of times in our modern bathrooms, you're going to find an outlet really close, really nearby. Not going to need a drop cord unless you're in an older house before they started putting outlets in bathrooms. Now, this is a GFI, which is ground fault protected. Circuit interrupter. You go plug it in. It's got a reset, a test, and a reset button. Red light on, you're good to go. Now, we've already got our drain open here, and I've removed this out of the way so we can kind of get a better look at what's going on. I do recommend when you're doing this to go ahead and get the P-trap out of the way. I've seen people come down through these drains, but you got to make that turn and you're losing power. A lot of times when you're dealing with these cable machines, about 360 degrees of bend, and you're going to be out of power. You're going to be out of drive. You know, 490s, a 90, a 90, a 90, a 90, and you're not going to have that drive anymore. But do not run this machine in reverse unless you get it stuck. It does have the reverse capability, but it says on here, do not run it in reverse. Go ahead and give it a little spin. We have power. When operating this machine, you basically got 3 different functions here with the front handle. You've got this paddle for forward, you've got a paddle for reverse, that's in and out with the cable, and then it does have another feature where you can lock it in, you can cock that back like that, and what that does is it freezes that cable. It's gonna lock, it doesn't matter if you're pushing on these paddles anymore, that's gonna lock that cable so it won't go in or out. You can hand feed this one, but it moves pretty quick, and here's how it works in forward. Just kind of rolls on out of there, twisting as it goes. Now, this one does have a 90, like right here, so I'm going to want to feed that in a little bit past that 90. Now, try to keep this as close as you can. Like I said, you're not going to be in contact with that tape cable, or you shouldn't be with your hands. If you think you're going to be in contact with that cable, you're going to want something a little better than rubber gloves. But you just spin away. basically it. And if there would have been anything in there, it would have got caught up around there. Now with this one here, you've got 25 feet of cable, so that's about as far as you're going to go. This is really just for right here in a small localized area. You're not going to be cleaning out big sewer drains with this. I have used this on tubs before, getting hair clogs and things out. It works really well for that, for tubs, kitchen sinks, lavatory sinks, anything small.